Yes, we had a big meeting this week. The ASMFC, Atlantic State Marine Fisheries Commission, met on Tuesday. This was their annual winter meeting. A lot of topics to be discussed this week. Biggest for us at the moment, anyway, is on striped bass. Now, there was a lot of stuff talked about at the meeting, but the most important item to us immediately at this time, at least for our viewers here at YouTube, is the regulations changes going into effect or pending changes for the 2020 fishing season. Now, the ASMFC manages the East Coast from Maine through Florida. However, for the striped bass, it's Maine through Virginia. And today, I'm just going to be discussing what occurred for Maine through New Jersey. If you want to know about the states south of there, you can drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer you, as I've got all the information about it for time's sake, just covering these. Of course, you can always email me at tlapinski@thefisherman.com, and I'll do my best to get your questions answered. All right. So we've got a couple of different things going on here. First off, there were a bunch of proposals that were on the table by some states. Some states were fine with the 28 to 35, and that's all they put in. If that's all they put in, that's what got approved. So I'm going to start off with the states that just have the simple 28 to 35 inch slot limit for 2020. Now, I got to let you know one item of clarification that was brought up at the meeting. The slot limit starts at 28. 35 inches, the top end, but not inclusive, meaning it's actually 28 inches to 34.999999 inches in order to harvest that striped bass, and it's one fish per day. If it hits that 35-inch limit, it has to go back, or anything above it, of course. So states with a straight up 28 to 35 for all recreational anglers, whether private, shore, or on a for-hire boat, include Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Again, those four states have the 28 to 35 slot set. Official implementation is coming. Maine and New Hampshire have theirs already in place. Massachusetts possibly. I know Connecticut still has to make it official for them, but that's the only option they've got on the table. For New York, we've got for the ocean that 28 to 35 inch slot. That's private. That's private anglers, for-hire anglers, and shore-bound. You all got the 28 to 35 inch slot, as well as anglers on the Delaware River. Only change for New York, or move from that, is in the Hudson River. We've got 18 to 28 inch slot limit. Again, same as with the other one. Once you hit 28, it's got to go back. So it's 18 to 27.99999. That covers New York. Now, those are all approved on the books. It is what it is, and that's what you're going to get. States which aren't quite there yet include Rhode Island and New Jersey, as they've got a couple of options each, which I'm about to discuss, and they still have to decide which one they're going to go with. So I'll start off with Rhode Island. They have three options available. They got the 28 to 35 slot like the rest of us, or a 32 to 40 slot for all anglers, private, for-hire, shore-bound. And a third option, which includes a split sector. The private anglers, whether you're on your boat or a friend's boat or from shore, would have a 32 to 40 slot limit. However, if you're on a for-hire, six-pack, charter boat, head boat, what have you, for-hire deal, you would have the option of a 30 to 40 inch slot. So you get 2 extra inches on that low end. Again, same deal as before. The high end is where it's got to go back. You hit that 40 inch, it's got to go. So Rhode Island's going to have to decide in the next couple of weeks which one of those options they're going to go with. And then last up, New Jersey. New Jersey put in, just like everybody else, like most other states, multiple options, only one of which was approved, the 28 to 35 inch slot. However, they were granted the option to submit by the close of business this Friday, and that would be February 7th, one more conservation equivalency proposal. Now, the parameters on that proposal, it can have a maximum high-end length of 40 inches, and it must, of course, meet the 18% reduction as decided by, or as reviewed by the technical committee. Then once they have that approved as an option, it will go back to the state to decide between the 2835 and this alternate option. I believe New Jersey has their meeting next week. You can check out thefisherman.com or Jim Hutchinson's video for more details on that. New Jersey also had their reallocation of the commercial quota which is pushed over to the recreational side in the form of a bonus tag program that was approved. Again, they still have to decide exactly how it's going to be used, if it's used, because they do still have the option to cancel it or end it, as we did here in Connecticut. All right, so the one last item of note in regards to all of these, regardless of which choice your state makes or has already made, they must be implemented by April 1st. That was set back in October at the fall meeting of the ASMFC. So got a couple of weeks here, about a month and a half, what have you, 2 months, excuse me, to get it on the books, official, announced to the public. So, of course, we're going to have more information for you. We'll announce to you once any of those changes go into effect, or if there are any modifications that are made, which really is unlikely going forward, but nonetheless, we will have all that information for you.